Hey guys, and happy Mother's Day. This video is just going to be a fun kind of chatty get ready with me tribute to my mama. I have some new products from Ulta that I just bought the other day that I am playing with. I'm a little disappointed because I actually bought them with planning to put them on my mom and do another makeup tutorial on my mom and upload this for Mother's Day, but you know what happens when your kids get sick? It kind of just throws a wrench in your schedule, and both my daughters had strep. So that totally changed plans, and when the day that we were supposed to film, we weren't able to for that reason. So I thought that instead of doing that, I would just play with the makeup, apply it on myself, and kind of do a little tribute to my mama, talking about you know, things that I inherited from my mother, things that my mother taught me, and just share a little bit about my wonderful mother with you guys. I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. What a wonderful day. I hope you are celebrated for the queen that you are. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. So really quick, before we get started, I totally forgot to give credit to where I got the inspiration from this video, basically where I got the idea. So I first saw it on Ingrid Nelson's channel maybe a week or so ago. She did a video on kind of what she has learned from her mother. And then most recently, I was watching Jax Lorraine. I think it's how you say the last name, Jax Lorraine. Jackie. She's fantastic. I love her channel. So sweet. Total makeup lover. But she did a video, Chatty Get Ready With Me video, and talked about all the things that she learned from her mom. And so I thought, well, that's fun. I want to do something like that. So I want to make sure that I give credit there. Go check them out. I will leave both links to both of those videos down for you below. But yeah, all right, let's get started. Okay, so I don't have anything on my skin right now. I've just moisturized. For moisturizer, I have on the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair, the moisturizer with SPF. That is all I have on my skin. I purchased this foundation per you guys' suggestion. It's the Flower Light Illusion foundation. My Flower Beauty video that I did, I don't know, just a couple of weeks ago, I really did not like that foundation that I got. It was the stick foundation with a primer on the other end. And so many people in the comments said that this was the one I should have purchased. This is the fan favorite. So I got this one. And when I picked this color out, I was trying to find a color that would work more for my mom. So it might be a little bit light on me, but we're going to try it out. It's warm beige. And then for concealer, I picked up the matching concealer because I've heard so many great things about this, the Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. I know Marnie loves this one. My friend Jessica last night texted me and she says she's really been liking this, so I'm excited to try it. Again, I hope these aren't too light. I picked them out for thinking I was going to be doing my mom's makeup today, but we're just going to roll with it. Okay, so it's a Luminous Makeup Nude Skin Feel, all day wear, SPF of 18. All right, I do like that it has a pump. That is nice. I'm gonna do 3 pumps. Might be more than I need, probably will be. Pretty thick in consistency. It's slowly moving down my hand, but it's not runny at all. And I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Flawless face brush to apply this. And we're just gonna start in the center of the face and press, press, press. I don't have any primer on, I just have my moisturizer on. Oh, and I actually did bring a primer to try. You know what? I think on the other side I will do a primer. I've been on an earring kick lately. I just got these. I feel like I've been buying earrings like daily. I think it's just because my wardrobe is pretty basic and simple, and I think accessories are a fun way to kind of update it, you know? Okay. I feel like I should put a primer on this side just to see if it changes the finish of it at all. Even though this is not going to be a foundation like wear test, because it's pretty late in the day. It's already 3 p.m., so it's a little too late for me to do a foundation wear test today. But I do want to see if it changes like the initial application of this. So that was just the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And I can already tell that I got way more foundation than I need. I probably could have gotten away with 2 pumps, maybe even 1.5. Okay, so it looks very glowy on my skin. As far as color, it actually is not too much lighter. I mean, it looks a lot lighter here, but I think a lot of that is also my lights. And this foundation is illuminating, so it's very light reflective. But it actually in person looks like a pretty good match. I like my foundation to be just a tad bit lighter than my skin anyway, or than my body is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so my mama. You guys met my mom in a video I did last year with her, and I think you can tell in that video that my mom is a pretty sensitive or sentimental person. If you watch that video, you'll remember she got emotional and cried in the beginning of it. And when I asked her what she was crying about, she said that she was just proud of me. And I definitely inherited that from my mom. I'm a very sentimental, very sensitive person. It's sometimes hard for me to control my emotions. And, you know, growing up, really most of my life until the last couple of years, I kind of always thought that was a weakness of mine, but I'm actually really grateful that I have that in me because I don't know, and maybe it's being a mom now, and I think that that has intensified a lot. Being a mother, I feel like I'm a lot more emotional and a lot more sensitive than I was before, ever. Like I cry all the time. I don't know. I think just because, you know how if you're a mom, regardless, it's not just a mom thing, but I think that us moms kind of know what I'm talking about. But I definitely got that from her. My mom is a very sentimental person. I remember when I was pregnant, I would cry when I would watch Johnson & Johnson commercials on TV, like if there was a baby, and there didn't even have to be any words. It was just a baby and like this really sweet lullaby and like a mother holding a baby, and I would cry. So my mom I get it from her for sure. Okay, concealer. So I have the shade Light, L34 Light. I don't think I grabbed the lightest one. Maybe I did. Okay, so this is definitely brighter. All right. It looks like it gives very full coverage. I do like that the wand is tilted like that. That makes application very easy because it just applies perfectly under the eye. I'm going to use a beauty blender to blend this in. Ooh, that's nice. That blends in really easy and it's good coverage. I like that. I could have gone with a darker shade. This is definitely pretty light, but I think it gives a very nice brightening effect. I think I just heard our bed get delivered. Hang on just a second. We ordered a headboard and mattress and everything online because we're putting a guest room together. Now that the girls are sharing a room, we have an extra room for a guest room, which we've never had before because I use the extra bedroom in our house for my beauty studio and my filming studio. So now we have a guest room, and I didn't want to go shopping in store anywhere. I've been doing a lot of furniture shopping on Jocelyn, Maine, like just kind of accent furniture. So I ordered a headboard and mattress from there. So hopefully I like it. Okay. All right, so let me take a look at this a little closer. Oh, that mirror is filthy. Okay, this foundation is really pretty. It's extremely dewy, though. Very, very dewy. I mean, it makes my skin look beautiful and healthy. I don't know how this foundation would wear, though. It seems like it would be a big greasy mess on me in a couple hours, but I don't know. People love it, so I'm not going to make any negative assumptions yet. Okay, I feel like I need a tiny bit more on my nose after I just wiped it all off on my hand. And I'm going to use a beauty blender. It does make the skin look very healthy though and glowy. Very pretty. Luminous makeup, nude skin feel, all day wear. All right, we're going to try that. Alrighty. Okay, for powder, I'm going to use Danessa Myricks Translucent with this IT Cosmetics brush. I am loving this brush. Okay, so for eyes, I'm so excited to play with this palette. This is by Pure Cosmetics, and this might be the only Pure Cosmetics product that I own. That can't be true. Definitely the only palette that I own, and it is beautiful. It is going to reflect that light. I have tons of light shining on me, and this is this metallic foiled finish. It is so beautiful. Look at this. Look at that mirror. And these shadows. So how many shadows do you get? You get, what is that, 12? 12 shadows. And you get a bronzer and a highlight color there at the bottom. Good mix of matte and shimmer shadows. They look beautiful. I'm so excited to play with this palette. I was excited to put this on my mom. I was really bummed that I didn't get to do her makeup this week, but I will be doing her makeup soon for my channel, I promise you. I was just hoping that it could time out with Mother's Day. Alright, so I'm going to prep my eyes with a little bit of eyeshadow primer. So one other value that my mom taught me, or that I definitely inherited from her, is her kindness. She always taught me to just be very kind to people, and you know, even as a child, I just always remember being always concerned about other kids' feelings, and you know, never wanting to hurt anyone's feelings, or always feeling bad for the child that maybe was bullied, or and I know that that came from my mom. You know, my mom really taught me that, and I'm grateful that she did, for sure. I see it in my children. My children are very kind and sweet and caring little friends, which makes me so proud. I think as an adult, it kind of was almost to a fault of mine, because I would often feel guilty all the time for things that I shouldn't feel guilty for, you know, like I was one of those people that had a really hard time saying no to things because I felt bad. So as an adult, I've kind of learned to not, you know, worry so much, but, you know, I'm definitely grateful that I had a mom that taught me about kindness and being sensitive to others. Okay. So I'm just going to dust the lightest matte shade all over the eyelid. Okay, and then I'm going to pop this shade in my crease right here. This is really pretty. One other thing that I inherited from my mother is the older that I get, the more I realize I'm like my mom. But one of the things I inherit from her is her like level of worrying. I am a big worrier. I worry about everything. I play out stories in my head that are totally like crazy off the deep end, worrisome. But I just do that. And my mom is like that. I can remember, you know, being a kid or being, you know, a teenager when I was going out, and, you know, just the worry that she had and some of the things she would tell me, you know, looking back, I kind of laugh because it was just like crazy talk. I'm like, Mom, that's not going to happen. And she's like, you don't know, that could happen, you know? I'm like, Mom, that's not going to happen. That happens in movies. But she's like, oh, it could happen, you know? And it was so funny. But now I can totally see that, because I am becoming that. You know, I'm a total worrier. Like, yeah. Ooh, this color is beautiful. This is something else. This is so pretty. Ooh, that is so pretty. All right, so what are we gonna do next? This is so pretty. Okay, so next I'm gonna pop this color right here in my very inner corner, and I think I'm gonna do something fun like this on the outer corner. That is really pretty. Another thing about my mother that is definitely me now is like our inability to keep surprises or secrets. I am so bad about that, and my mom is too. In fact, she texted me earlier today, and she says, her text just said, can you keep a secret? And I just replied, and I said, about as well as you can. And we kind of laughed that off, because she was obviously telling me a secret she was supposed to be keeping. And I was kind of pointing that out to her. So, but yeah, I'm totally like that. Like, I'm the type of person that buys a gift for someone I can't buy a gift for someone like too far in advance from the actual holiday or their birthday or whatever it is, because I can't hold on to it that long. I stink at surprises and secrets. I just get too excited. My mom is the same way. All right, and then next, actually, you know what I'm going to do next? I'm going to take this color, the color I did in the crease, and I'm going to pop that on the outer corner, or kind of the lid. That color is beautiful. I wonder if you can get this color in a single pan. It's so pretty. Okay, and then next I'm going to go in with this shade right here, kind of this red matte shade, and I'm going to pop this just on the outer corner just to deepen that up a little bit. Okay. All right, for brows, I'm just going to fill in my brows with my brow definer. Oh, this one is almost gone. I need a new one. Let's use this mirror. It might be better. Okay, I'm going to kind of warm up my face with a little bit of bronzer. I did a little bit of the Hourglass, but I'm going to go in with this bronzer here in the palette. I feel like this foundation is just reflecting a lot of light and looking really light on me. Okay, So another thing that I inherited or learned from my mother is her love for animals. My mom has always just loved animals so much. I remember being a kid and like we never really had any pet. I mean, we had pets when I was little, but all of our pets were just like pets that she kind of like took in. We had a cat that was actually our neighbor's cat, but when we moved in, this cat Muffins would just come over to our house, and so my mom would feed it, and then it kind of became a joke that that became my mom's cat, and then if it kind of did become my mom's cat, my mom would take it to the vet, and you know, she's actually the one that had to put the cat down when he, you know, when it was that time. So there was a raccoon in our backyard that my mom used to feed, and I just remember like this raccoon would come up to the or not this. I just remember this raccoon would come up to the glass back door and like paw at it, like, "Hello, I'm ready to be fed." I remember her bringing in a bird into our house that was injured, and she had it in a little box in our laundry room. She's just always been a big animal lover, and I definitely, you know, inherited that in my kids too, especially, well, both the girls actually. Kate is really into bugs. She like is obsessed with roly-polies and bugs, and just like she'll get on the ground and be like, "Oh, look at this cute little bug," and she'll just pick up like beetles and just all these random bugs. And Brooklyn is a big animal lover, but especially dogs. Like she, everywhere we go, I've taught her now, like, you need to ask if you can pet someone's dog, because you don't know, first of all, if that dog is a friendly dog or not. But everywhere we go, when there's a dog around, she always, you know, asks, "Can I ask to pet their dog?" So she's just got a big heart for animals, and I think that this, you know, all came from my mother, because she does too. Okay, so I don't know that I like that concealer. I feel like it's, do you guys see it kind of, do you see them? I feel like my fine lines are very pronounced right here. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't really like the way that that kind of settled on my skin. Then I'm going to go in and smoke this bottom lash out, and I'm going to use, we're just going to use that shade that we used in the crease. One thing my mom was never really into much is makeup, believe it or not. I think that love of mine came from my grandmother, her mom. But one thing my mom is really into is jewelry. Like she collects jewelry and earrings, and she likes real like big jewelry, like big statement rings and like stones. She likes really beautiful stones in her jewelry, and when I go to her house and see her jewelry collection, it reminds me a lot of my makeup collection. I think it's just like the same, you know? But she never was really into makeup, or she never really wore a lot of makeup. And then I grabbed some mascara at Ulta, the Lash Paradise. I love this mascara. Even though I have lash extensions, I do apply mascara on my lower lashes. And this is my favorite drugstore mascara. It's actually one of my favorite mascaras, period, but definitely, in my opinion, the best at the drugstore. I'm going to put a tiny bit on my lash extensions because I'm due for a fill, and I want this to be a full look. And I'm going to play with this. I'm so excited to play with this blush. It's the Butter Blush by Physicians Formula, and I got the shade Vintage Rouge. Is that the shade? Vintage Rouge? Ooh, it smells so good. I just love the smell of these. They smell like vacation, the beach. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, I got two new lipsticks by L'Oreal. These are the color Re-Shine lipsticks. I think Emily talked about these in a video recently. I think it was her favorites video. I might be making that up. It was one video she recently talked about these, and so I had to go out and get them. I got the color Glazed Pink, and then the color Sparkling Rose, and I think I'm gonna do Sparkling Rose. And I got the Flower Beauty lip liner in the shade Petal Pout. So we're gonna try that. These were all shades that I got from my mom, intending to do her makeup. Hopefully I'll be able to have her on my channel soon. One thing I want to say about my mother that I hope she knows is just how grateful I am for her, especially these last couple years. Kind of a little story about me. When I first had my first daughter, I stayed home. I quit working, and I was a stay-at-home mom for about 3 years. And then I decided to go back to work part-time after I had my second daughter when she was about 1 year old. And, you know, I had always been a stay-at-home mom, so the whole, like, going back to work thing was kind of a real struggle for me. And I didn't want the kids to be in daycare just because they never had been in daycare before. And I didn't know how they would do, you know, going from a switch from, you know, me being home to be a really big drastic change for them. So I really wanted to have someone in the house care for the girls. And so we hired a nanny. I hired a nanny when I first went back to work, and then that didn't work out after a few months. Not for any bad reasons, but she just moved. And then we hired another nanny, and then that didn't work out because she had to move also. So within 6 months, we had gone through 2 nannies. It was a very stressful time just because I was just going back to work, and so I was dealing with the guilt of like, hey, sorry, work, I have to miss work because I don't have my kids covered, and I need to, there was just a lot of guilt. Like, I felt guilty for my kids, and I felt guilty to my job because I felt like I wasn't really doing a good job. And I remember calling my mom on the way home from work one day because I had to leave early because my nanny had something and she couldn't stay. And I was just like on the edge of tears, and I was just like, Mom, please retire and just watch my children. She was retiring. She was like planning to retire anyway. That was already a topic that we had been discussing. And I was just like, can you just retire? And, it was kind of a joke. Like, I didn't really expect her to do that. But 2 weeks later, she retired her job that she was at for 30 years to watch our girls when I worked. She watched the girls the whole time that I worked until just a few months ago. And I am so thankful and so grateful for her because, there's just no way I feel very fortunate because I was able to work and, trust and I just was able to work and just have that comfort knowing that, my mom was there with the girls. And anyway, she was just so flexible and accommodating to all the changes that would come up and always available. And, we rely on her so much. And I really don't think, I don't know how we would do it without her help. We would do it, right? We would do it. I'm not trying to say I don't know how we would parent without my mom's help. Of course we would. But I look at, last year, Paul and I were able to take trips with the help of my mom, watching the girls, and his parents too. His parents are fantastic. And I just feel very fortunate to have that help. I just really want to thank my mom because she's amazing, and we rely on her a lot. And I'm really thankful that the girls have such a close relationship with her, and they want to see her all the time. They beg me to go stay the night at her house every week. And that's really nice. That's really nice to have that. So I'm very, very grateful for my mother for that. And I hope she knows that. Okay, so let's apply this lipstick. Ooh, yes. These feel great. And they are super pigmented. This feels really nice. Wow. That feels amazing. Looks so pretty. I love that color too. All right, so let me take a look real quick. So the foundation, here's what I think about the foundation. I know everyone loves this foundation. It's really pretty. It is a beautiful foundation. I feel like, especially when I look in the mirror, my skin looks really good. It's glowing. It looks very healthy. I feel like it's a little too dewy for my liking. I don't know though, I've only had it on for 20 or 30 minutes, and if it stays like this all day, I'd love it. I just am a little suspect, I guess, that it will stay like this all day, because usually when a foundation starts off this dewy on me, it just goes very dewy very fast, and I'm not someone that likes that kind of look, so I don't know. But it is a pretty foundation. I do have to say I like it better than the stick foundation. It gives better coverage. It's more even. The stick foundation on me was very patchy. It just didn't look good from the get-go. This one looks nice. The concealer, I liked it initially when I first applied it, but now that I'm looking at it, I feel, and it might be because I powdered it under the eye, but I feel like, I've never seen my under eye lines look so obvious. It's probably because I put powder on it, but I felt like I had to because it was kind of creasing. I don't know, I need to play with it some more. I did apply a lot, so maybe I need to apply less next time. But I love the shadow. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little chatty kind of tribute to my mom, get ready with me video. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. This is your day. You deserve it. I hope you are treated like the queen that you are. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!